tell me, where do you fall at on this sign? Here on this side is what God calls us in the Bible. On this side is what you're classified here in America. Which one of these are you? You Haitian? You're Haitian? Alright, so guess what? You are from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
You are an Israelite according to the Bible. So your father was a so-called Haitian? What was your father? Would he be labeled, was he a Haitian or African American? What would he be called? African American? Okay. Well, according to the Bible, you are what your father is. And we're gonna prove that right quick, all right? I want you to, I'm not gonna just say anything. I'm gonna actually prove it out the Bible. Give me
That's
Numbers
right.
1 and 18. You are what your father is, okay?
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees.
Do you know what a pedigree is? You ever, you know how like there's different kinds of dogs? And they have like the contests and stuff like that? A pedigree is a lineage, okay? If you have a female pit bull and a male pit bull have a baby, a pup, what kind of dog is it gonna be, Leroy? If two pit bulls have a pup, what kind of dog is it gonna be? It's gonna be a pit bull. So, if your father is a so-called African American, guess what, Leroy? You would be from the tribe of Judah. That's what God calls you.
Bring it on.
Because he's not going to call you African American, because that's a byword that's been placed on us here in America.
Right.
Give me that Deuteronomy 28:37.
Bring it out.
Leroy, it's time for you to wake up, bro.
Teach up.
We the greatest people on this planet, Leroy.
Right.
But right now, we looked at as nothing. We looked at as the bottom of the barrel. And this is why. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
The Bible says that the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans will become an astonishment. The atrocities that we went through here in America, going through slavery, because you know that's our history, right? We went through slavery, right? Even today, what's happening to us on the news? You can't tell on the news without seeing us being shot or being, they still lynching us today. These are the atrocities that's happening to us. These are astonishing things. Read.
A proverb.
A proverb is a wise saying that's been placed on us as a people. I'm gonna give you an example. If you give if you want to hide anything from a black man, where do you put it? In a book. Why? That's a proverb about us.
That's
because
right.
we hate to read. And the book that we should be reading is the Bible.
That's
because
right.
it's our book. Read.
And a byword.
And a byword. Because when I asked you what your nationality was, you said Haitian. The word, that's nowhere in the Bible. You are an Israelite. That's what God calls you.
That's right.
You got to come back to your biblical name. You understand?
Bring it out.
Finish it.
Among all nations.
Among all nations. Because through the transatlantic slave trade, God's chosen people, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we are all over the earth.
Right.
You'll find black people in France. You'll find black people in China. You'll find black people in Rome. We're everywhere. Read.
Whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Whether the Lord shall lead thee. That's it on that. Let me ask you a question, Leroy. Why do you think the blacks and Hispanics went and natives went to captivity? Why do you think slavery happened? You think it was just by coincidence? Do you think that the answer's in the Bible? Have you ever heard the answer to the question I just asked? Let's go into the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy. Let's start with 1 and 1. I want to prove to you that this Bible was written to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness.
So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites, right? The words of this book was written to the Israelites on this side right here. Read. Give me 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
But it shall come to pass, meaning future tense. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is Moses. You ever heard of Moses, Leroy? similar to this person right here, right? On the movies, huh? When they make those movies, he look kind of like him, right? Guess what? Moses was a black man like you and me.
That's right.
And he's speaking to his people in the wilderness. He says if we don't hearken to the commandments of God, that what's going to happen?
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, Leroy, let me ask you a question. You looking at our people right here, right now, right? Do we look like we're a blessed and just a people as a nation compared to the other people? Do it look like we're at the top of society? So are we the ones living in the fancy houses, have the nice cars and nice things? But I mean it, but what I'm saying, let me rephrase the question. What I'm asking is, in comparison to the other nations on this planet, who is at the top? You think we at the top living in the ghettos? Read that again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Hey, Leroy, listen up. God's chosen people are cursed right now. When you turn on the news, you don't see Chinese people getting shot in the streets. Do you see Chinese people protesting for equal rights? No, what do you see? You see blacks, our people. Do you know why that's happening? Because we're cursed. We're not where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be at the top.
That's
Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you right now we're great people. But we're not as great as we could be when we're living in sin.
Right.
We got to change our minds. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people.
God says that the Israelites are a holy people, Leroy. You just confirmed that you are Israelites, so you are a holy person. You're a holy people. You're one of God's chosen. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
You heard that said, Leroy? God says that his people, the Israelites, are above all other people. But I just asked you if we the top in society right now. You said yes. But look at us, we at the very bottom. Read.
Above all people.
We're not above our people right now the way we acting. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God says we are above all people. In comparison to all, if God put all the nations together in a straight line, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans would be above everyone. You understand that, Leroy? Give me Isaiah 40 and 17. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17.
Bring it out.
All right? Because you're greater than what you've been told, Leroy. But we got to change our mind. We got to apply the commandments of God. That's the only way we're going to get out of these conditions, Leroy.
That's right.
Because I'm tired of seeing my people out here strung out on drugs, laying in the streets, barely can eat. That's not conditions of a God.
That's right.
That's not the conditions of a prosperous nation. Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
All nations
Leroy, come
before
here.
him.
Don't leave yet.
All nations before him are as nothing.
God says the other nations before him are as nothing. They are nothing. They are read it.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
They are less than nothing.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.